A row over national identity has erupted in Birmingham after dozens of Union flags were torn down in what organisers called a deflagging celebration. Around 150 people gathered in Moseley this week to remove the flags, which had been tied to lampposts just days earlier as part of Operation Raise the Colours. The area has a reputation for activism, with residents previously campaigning on issues ranging from railway stations to historic swimming baths. Supporters of the campaign say they are simply promoting patriotism, encouraging communities to take pride in the Union flag and the St George's Cross. But critics claim the displays were provocative and made some residents feel unwelcome. The removal was organised publicly, with activists arguing that flying dozens of Union Jacks in a diverse neighbourhood sent what they described as an exclusionary message. With a population of over 21,000 people, more than half of the community in Moseley are from black, Asian or ethnic minority background. London-born Carol Williams, who participated in the flag removal, claimed the Union Jacks had become symbols of division. She told the BBC, "If they want to fly it on their own property, fair enough. I don't have a problem with that, but imposing those flags on the community is not something we're going to stand for." Miss Williams has announced her plans to stand as an independent candidate for Moseley in May's City Council elections. On her campaign website, she says she found her political drive coming across the Socialist Workers' Party. "The SWP helped me bring together and properly understand the connection between all of the issues I felt strongly about," she says, listing racism, famine, war, Palestine, poverty, and access to clean water as her causes of choice. Those backing the original display strongly reject the characterisation of the national flag put forward by Mrs Williams. Ryan Bridge from Bromsgrove leads the Raise the Colours campaign and has firmly rejected accusations of racism, describing the actions of what he called ultra-left-minded people tearing down the flags as horrendous. Speaking to the BBC, he said, "We are firmly orientated. It's bringing communities together. Nothing to do with anything from the far right. I don't know how anyone would suggest that putting a flag up in your own country, of your own country, is anything far right." Raise the Colours maintains a Facebook following of 229,000 people and responds to requests from communities across the country. Last month, the French government banned members of the group, labelling them as far-right activists. According to the French Interior Ministry, they had been destroying small boats along the northern French coast and engaging in what they called propaganda activity to prevent channel crossings. The dispute over the flags in Moseley has intensified online, where images of those flags being cut down have been shared widely, promoting anger from those who say Britain's national flag should never be treated as a symbol of hostility. Adding another layer to the row, a large Palestinian flag remains flying above a local cafe in the area. That flag has not been targeted for removal, something critics of the deflagging event say exposes double standards. Campaigners who removed the Union Jacks argue that both the situations are not comparable, saying their concern was specifically about the coordinated placement of national flags on public street furniture. Birmingham City Council has previously said that unauthorised items attached to lampposts can be removed on safety grounds. Along with Birmingham City Council, West Midlands Police are reportedly monitoring developments in the area following reports of recent clashes.
There's nothing more important than keeping your money and your identity safe online. And with so many VPN options available, choosing the right one can be pretty daunting. But this video's sponsor, ExpressVPN, is making the choice easier for GB News viewers. ExpressVPN is offering up to 75% off, plus 4 extra months free. That's top-level security from just £2.49 a month, and you're covered by their 30-day money-back guarantee. So just click the link in this video's description or scan the QR code now. Remember, when you're online, you are often sharing personal data, so hackers can steal your information, your passwords, your photos, and your bank details in just seconds. But ExpressVPN encrypts your connection, making it virtually impossible for hackers to access your personal information. So why choose ExpressVPN? Well, it couldn't be easier to use. With just one click, you are protected. And ExpressVPN uses military-grade AES 256 encryption, which is the same standard trusted by the US government to guard their classified information. With their new tiered plans, you can protect up to 14 devices at once and manage passwords securely. Live chat support is available 24/7, and it typically connects you in under a minute with a real person. Click the link in this video's description or scan the QR code to get up to 75% off ExpressVPN, plus 4 months extra for free. Start protecting yourself today with ExpressVPN.
The Church of England has also recently come under fire in the flag debate, after a group of bishops took the stance that the St George's Cross is being used to sow division and intimidate minority communities. Former Anglican Bishop Dr Gavin Ashenden recently appeared on Patrick Christie's Tonight to rebuke this stance, claiming that Church of England bishops' priorities have shifted to being spokespeople for unlimited immigration.
What are these bishops playing here?
Well, they've become fanatics. It's nothing to do with far right or far left. It's fanatics for immigration, and it's common sense. So the fanatics are looking at the people who have common sense and calling them far left because they can't find a way of insulting them. But essentially, when I was young, I was born, London had a population of 98% English people, and now it's down to 36%. So the English people in London have been replaced. Everyone's entitled to a homeland, and English people are saying, this is our home, we'd like to keep it that way. When I worked with some Muslim scholars, they told me they'd come here to turn this into the Islamic Republic of Great Britain. They were telling the truth, they're right. So we've got a group of immigrants who want to turn this into Islamic Republic, and those of us who live here who say, no thank you. We're not far left to say no thank you, we just have common sense, and we're being undermined by the fanatics, and I'm sorry to say that some of them are bishops.
Okay, all right. Well, hey, look, obviously, Dr. Gavin, I will say that, of course, it's not all Muslims who want to come here to, dominate or anything like that. But when it comes to the church, I mean, it's a bit rich, isn't it, them telling us what we can do with our own flag. Well, as you were alluding to there, I mean, the church appears to have strayed away, I think, from kind of being in contact with a lot of its flock, hasn't it? Things like, all refugees are welcome, taking a position on the Rwanda scheme, all of that kind of stuff, being accused at times, which they deny as well, of being complicit in people fraudulently claiming to be Christian in order to stay in Britain.
Patrick, there are 2 points here. I know that you have Ofcom on your back, and so you're required professionally to say certain things, and I respect that. But I'm afraid I can't accept, since you're asking me the question, when you say not all Muslims want that. Because you see, if they're good Muslims, they must want it. Islam sets out, it's part of its self-understanding, to dominate societies, and good Muslims can't stop until they've taken the world over. It's part of what Islam teaches. So yes, all good Muslims do want that, and all good Englishmen don't want that, because we don't want to be Muslims unless we choose to be. So that's the first question. And in terms of the Church of England, Jordan Peterson talks about people being possessed by ideas, and there are a number of people in our culture who've been propagandized, or they're virtue signaling. It's hard to know how it happened, but the Church of England bishops have stopped being essentially Christian bishops, and they've replaced that with another priority, and the priority is to be spokespeople for unlimited immigration. Now, they can choose between the two. You can't be a Christian bishop on the one hand and be a proponent for unlimited Islamic immigration on the other, because you'll lose Christianity and you'll lose Englishness. They have to choose between the two, and they've chosen to be proponents for unlimited Islamic immigration. That's what they're saying.